edition of High School Rewind, available on highschoolrewind.com and the High School Rewind YouTube channel, as we have traveled up to Ogden, Utah for this edition as the Ogden Tigers look for a little revenge as they host the East Leopards. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you today's game. And, well, it all comes down to this, basically. Region title perhaps on the line here today from the Ogden Community Sports Complex. Let's start by introducing the visiting East Leopards. They come in with a 6-point lead in Region 5. They have played one extra contest, so once things even out, you would expect that to be a 3-point lead. But regardless, it's 6 points coming into today, and East has been on a tear as of late, coming off a nice 3-1 victory, a game in which they saw Jesus Cesares scored for the third straight match, as well as Daniel Rondo for the second straight match. The offense has been sizzling as of late for the East Leopards. In net today, Trevor Elders, once again, he came on in relief in the first meeting between these two teams and ended up having a great game in net. He's going to have to be solid again here today because the Ogden Tigers are solid in their own right, coming off a victory themselves. Ogden is, and they're looking, as we mentioned, for a little revenge. They lost 4-3 earlier this season to these East Leopards. They are led by Jackson Clark. He is just an imposing striker, imposing force up front as a striker for the Ogden Tigers. He's 6th in 4A in scoring. He has 9 goals so far. And then in playing keep is going to be Hunter Clark. The junior duo has been really good for Ogden. They're going to have to be solid here today. We mentioned the East, or the offense for East, has been on fire as of late. The Ogden defense, though, number 1 in scoring here in region play. So strength against strength should be a good one as we have the kickoff coming from the pitch here at Ogden next on High School Rewind. Ready to kick off here from Ogden. The Tigers in their home white kits, and East in the all-red visiting. Ogden starting with the ball. This is Sanchez pushing it up and outside is where he was looking to go. Cardenas there for East to play it out. Hernandez to throw in for the Tigers. Looking to the middle of the field. That's trapped well by Cazares. Going to center, now pushed outside. This is Dalbrum. Looking to serve one in the box and played out by Cardenas. Well, Rondo loses that challenge. Ball deflected around. Ogden still with it. Looking to get it in the box. And there's Garta. Clear it far side. Hill marking Cazares. Plays it back. Again in the box. And Cardenas able to head it out. Cazares for East. And a nice job by Hernandez. Able to maintain that and play it back to his defense. And a foul here early called on East. Booth with the kick. Looking the way of Cazares. Hill able to head it. Rondo, can he keep it in? Yes, still deflected out off of Ogden. And the Leopards will throw in. Jacobs settles at midfield. Holbert tried to play it back to Hill. Couldn't get it to him. Sanchez drops it back with Williams. Good space here from Ogden. So they tried to get that to Jackson Clark, number 7. We talked about him in our open. He's going to be a man to watch and a man the East is going to have to be aware of. In this one, they did a good job in the first matchup. He did not net a goal as this ball will roll back to Hunter Clark. He'll gather it for Ogden. Long kick to Garta for East. Able to touch, but couldn't hook up with a teammate. A long shot here, and that wide of the net off the foot of Cazares. Elders kick finds its way to Cazares. He tried to play one up for Barker. Ogden able to win it. Garta able to deflect the pass, and now this ball sent up and over. Elders will come up, pick it up. Oliveira. Garta throw in. Ogden looking to play ball up to Cazares. No, it's actually Clark, excuse me. Cazares in the box as Clark trying to find an opening. Looks for help. This ball crossed. A little off target, Hernandez. He gets it back in the box around Garta. And Garta played that ball out. Ogden will have a corner. Sanchez from the corner. And that ball gets out of the box, though East couldn't get it out of the defensive third. Ogden putting all sorts of pressure on here early. Barker. Nice job coming in by Rodriguez, making the tackle. Able to win the ball. Back for Ogden. Cazares with it. Plays it back to Sanchez, and that ball taken away by the defensive Morgan. Looking to center, and Oliveira there for East. Barker trying to get through a couple Tigers. And a foul here, a kick for the Leopards near midfield. Cardenas from midfield in the box. Headed up, and Clark couldn't control it. Foul called. And he'll have a kick from his own box. Clark, one of the bigger goalies in Region 5. Covers the net well as this ball played up and beyond everyone off the foot of Garta. Jacobs able to get ahead on the kick. Holbert tries to play one up for Rondo. Trying to get there. Ogden will let it roll out. Played well. Back there by Dalbrun. Boy, and the referee actually called a corner. So East corner, Holbert has it. A couple challenges there. Barker has it back. Looking to center, and that ball deflected. Another corner coming up here for East. Barker again. That ball headed out initially. Rondo trying to keep it in as Hunter Clark will come out and pick that out of the air. Garta played that with the torso. And just like that, out of position, a 2-on-1, and Cardenas comes up making a big play for that back line. Another whistle here, a foul on the Tigers. Kick from Cardenas, headed out by Eli Booth. This ball played up ahead. Cazares looking for help. That pass a little behind the intended target. Garta able to play it out. Holbert to Cazares. At midfield, Rodriguez pushing this up to Cazares. Looking to center. Goes to the backside. Center, and Clark just missed it. A beautiful attempt there for Jackson Clark. Missed it just wide. Elders kick. Takes a hop, and then off the head backwards. Cazares is trying to get there for East. As defensively, Hernandez will play the ball out. Wrapping up the 10th minute. Still no score. As that ball unable to be saved. Kept in play. And we'll have a corner for East again. The corner. Low. Gets through. Fired. And boy, I think that one went off the face of Rodriguez initially. Couldn't tell if Clark got there to save it. I think he did. As Cardenas comes up to create the turnover. Boy, in 2 East Leopards. That ball, if it's able to get through, would have been trouble for Ogden. Speaking of trouble, here's Jackson Clark with it. Marked by Garta. Out of play. Ogden will throw in. Thrown in back to Hub. Puts a nice move on. That ball getting through, and Elders will pick it up as trying to make a run into the box was Cazares. Rondo. Help with Jacobs. Plays outside. Rondo able to keep it in. Looking up the field with Barker. And Ogden defensively drops this back to Clark. Saw Cazares ready to pounce there for the Leopards. Oliveira in the box trying for Holbert on a run, and too far beyond him. Clark will gather again. Ball one in the air by Jacobs, right to the foot of Ogden. It was Hub. Cesares tried to get one up to Barker, I believe, and it was Hub breaking it up. Myers. Near side, time and space being closed down on. We'll find Hernandez. Sanchez, and a big save by Trevor Elders to keep us not at 0. A corner for Ogden. The corner for Ogden. And it came off, I think, the wrong side. I couldn't tell. I thought that Cazares got a head on it. It's difficult to tell as Cesares couldn't play that ball for East. Boy, right on the foot of Cazares, lofted in the box. And again, pushed just wide as Elders facing a difficult decision, and Clark couldn't get it on frame. Kick from Elders. Ends up with Booth as he plays this ball out of play.
I got you.
Cesares. Garta looking to play up to Barker. Couldn't keep it in. Thrown into Rodriguez. Looking to get this up with Clark. Played it behind him. Myers wasn't in the space. Ends up with the back line of the Leopards. Rondo headed up. No one there. Clark comes out. Will play that ball well out. Johan Rodriguez comes on for the Leopards as Jacobs heads off. Thrown into Carlos Rodriguez for Ogden. Barker marking him closely. Trying to get this ball up to Cazares. Able to keep it in play. Nice job there. Cesares heads up to Barker. Trying to get possession in the box. Dalbrum there. And now Barker with an opportunity. Centers to Holbert, and that ball just wide off the foot of Eric Holbert. Ball controlled by Sanchez. Looking up. Cazares. And a foul here just outside the box. Ogden will have a kick from about 20 yards away. Sanchez from just outside the box. Headed up, and Elders able to catch it. Nice shot by that wall for the Leopards. Doing its job as Elders looking where to go. Sanchez. And a kick awarded to the Leopards. Cardenas will play it to Morgan. Nice shot by Rodriguez. Able to get a head on it for Ogden. Garta looking to control. That ball out off of Hub. Yves Govina comes on for East. Good battle down in the corner. Barker and Hernandez. And a foul here on Barker. Long ball. Cardenas. Ramirez and Munoz on for East. And another whistle. Kick for Ogden. We'll finish that substitution. Hub and Myers came off for Ogden as Booth will take this kick. In the box, headed out off the head of Hill. Following up, that ball got through and will roll to Elders. As it was Dalbrum. Off the hop to the back line. Barker was trying to come up to challenge it. Settled by Rodriguez. Oliveira. Tripped up. Cardenas. Ball in the box. Rondo headed it up and over. Low kick. Cesares able to control it for East. Wanted to get it up to Rondo. Good job defensively by Dalbrum. Able to break it up. Now looking to play ball up to Jackson Clark. Broken up by Cardenas. Rondo has one up. Barker trying to get around Williams. This ball will roll out for a corner. Excuse me, for a goal kick. In the 22nd minute here, Cesares looking up for Rondo. And good help that time by Rodriguez defensively. And then Cesares won it right back for the Leopards. Fancy move put on there. Couple Tigers there defensively, and Rodriguez comes away with it. Rodriguez still with the possession here, dribbling through a couple of Leopards. Looking to play the ball up. Munoz was trying to put a run on outside. That ball played inside, had to come back for it, and in the process, East comes away with the possession. Cesares again, far side. Again, a battle with Dalbrum. That ball out for an Ogden kick. Christensen and Jiba both come on for East. As this kick off the side of the foot and out of play. Barker and Rondo went off for East. Up for Munoz. Boingarta, nice recovery there as Jackson Clark was right there ready to pounce. And a foul here is, see that pressure of Ogden once again. Ramirez was able to get up. He looked okay. It's good news. This ball inside and others able to gather it after Cazares tried to head it on frame. Ball was a little too tall for him. It was essentially unmarked. Had he been able to get better contact on that, would have been a great opportunity for Ogden. Is this back defensively and out off of Ogden. Couldn't keep it. And East will corner. Jesus Cesares in the box, and Hunter Clark right there. Played up. And Cardenas will allow Elders to pick that up. It's a little beyond Jackson Clark. Christensen plays it to Cesares. Space for him, being closed down on. Tried to get it up to Govina. And a good job stepping in front of that one by Hernandez. That ball a little behind Jackson Clark. Boy, how about that? Nice turn by Hernandez. Ball's behind him, able to recover. Keep the possession. Played up as Ramirez was looking up for Clark. Opportunity not averted yet. Punched away. And there's Elders to gather it. 25 minutes in. Still tied at zeros. Here, Ogden and East. Hunter. That kick headed right to Cesares. Deflected off him a little long. Ramirez able to win it back. Looking up the field. Rodriguez. Clark pressuring him from behind. Cesares. And no one there for East as Clark will gather again. Morgan looking back for Garta. Christensen tried to drop this back and was behind the target. Ogden will throw in. Hubben Myers back on. for Ogden as Rodriguez and Clark come off. Ramirez throws in to Sanchez. Dalbrum trying to get this up to Myers and a little off the mark. Christensen with it now, far side. Fighting Barker, who recently came on for East. Morgan pushes to Cardenas. Myers is given chase. Oliveira plays back to him. That ball played into space and right to the foot of Ogden's Sanchez. Space for Hub. Look at Morgan playing up, trying to challenge as he will quickly drop back to his center back position. Ball played in the box and just beyond. But a good run put on that time by Munoz. Couldn't get there to win it. Elders there in time as Jiba won't be able to track this down for East. Thrown into Booth. Myers couldn't hold it. Rodriguez up to Jiba. Has help outside, it's where he goes with it to Harrison. Harrison ended up turning it over. Right off the face of Hub. What a great ball over the head of the defense. Hernandez leading a rush up to Myers as he'll bring this, well, he keeps it just outside the box. Marked by Cardenas. And that ball broken up by Rodriguez. Barker had that one taken away by Hub, and Ogden with an opportunity here. Dalbrum tried to get around Carlson, couldn't do it, but he will recover to keep the possession. Finishing up the 30th minute. Near side, Cazares, space. Boy, great move by Sanchez. Sanchez tried to throw one on frame and missed wide. There's kick, headed up by Ramirez. Sanchez drops that ball back. Hernandez. Cazares. Sanchez tried to get it back to him. Harrison there to break it up. Govina's pass deflected as Cardenas will play it up. Jiba. Nice job by Booth, taking that away from Jiba. Up the line, and that ball was out. East to throw in. Thrown into Rodriguez. Oliveira, space. Makes a move. And offside on Rondo. Near side, Hernandez. Able to find Sanchez. Coming near side with Booth. Trying to get the ball up. Boy, and Harrison able to take that ball away from Cazares. Tried to get one up to Rondo. Broken up that time by Williams, and now Ogden with an opportunity developing. In the box, Cardenas. And coming over is Morgan with the help as Cazares nearly had a great opportunity from 10 yards. Hub. Nice job identifying Ramirez. Tried to send one up, I think, to Myers. Broken up by Morgan. Rondo to Barker. Just trying to push that outside with Carlson. It was broken up instead, however, by Dalbrum. He has it now. Looking to serve one up in the box over the head of Harrison. but he was able to recover and play that ball up and out. Ogden. Pressure, shot, and that one too tall over the crossbar. Rodriguez and Clark both come on for Ogden as Ramirez and Cazares come off. Rondo, again the flag up. Official hasn't noticed it yet. Now he does. Cardenas able to step right in front of Jackson Clark. Playing outside to Carlson. Cazares. Carlson looking back up to him. And that ball too far beyond. A kick coming up here for Clark. The captain booth in play. 35 minutes complete here. Over the head of everyone. East to throw in. Barker back with Carlson. Pass deflected by Hub. Morgan able to get it up. It's Booth that has it again for Ogden. Cazares comes up. Harrison. As that ball was too far, Hernandez couldn't keep it. Myers marking Harrison. Has help with Rodriguez. Now back with Cardenas. And that ball between a couple East players and out. Thrown in, Morgan and Clark. Clark comes away with it. Help. This shot fired, and again, well wide of the goal. Rondo. He's trying to play it over to Barker. Also had Govina trying to put on a run. The Ogden defense has been really good. Oliveira. Barker tried to touch one up to Rondo. Barker will get it there. Rondo to center, and Hunter Clark there to catch it. Clark, great identification, playing it to Hub. Sanchez trying to get around. And that ball, a good opportunity. Hub was trying to get one up for Clark. They couldn't connect. Cazares has that one poked away, able to regain. Rondo, Govina making a run in the box, trying to give him some help. Drop back, Cazares. And that ball deflected away by Williams. 38 minutes complete here. No more time updates in the first half. Cazares earning the kick here. Cazares runs over it. Barker will take this on frame, and Clark able to bat it down and then collect it. Morgan, the closest leopard there. Hunter Clark up to the task. Cazares plays up with Carlson, trying to turn it inside, and nice shot by Dalbrum. Able to break it up. Thrown in quickly. Cazares out off Ogden again. Carlson to throw in. Has support with Rodriguez. Oliveira. Carlson. That ball tackled out. East will throw in again. Cazares couldn't control it. Hub. Dropped it to Sanchez. Sanchez finds it again. Oliveira trying to cut him off. Hub. Good move to create some space for Hub as you play this outside with Rodriguez. Rondo is closing down on him quickly. Morgan able to break up the opportunity. Carlson. Rodriguez there to recover for Ogden. Rodriguez. Sanchez. And you see East just compact down. Not allow much of a shooting lane. Rodriguez finds it again. Clark plays over. Rodriguez in the box. And there it is! Carlos Rodriguez put it on the board in the 39th minute. The Ogden Tigers take the 1-0 lead off their senior, Carlos Rodriguez from Clark. Rondo, that ball out, East to throw in. It's Sanchez coming away with it. Hub. Carlson. Big play made there by the senior. Able to tackle it away. Cesares. And taken down. East to have a kick here. Carlson. Getting in the box. Headed right in! I think it was Rondo getting a head on it. No, the flag was up offside. It will not count, I believe, as our official will head over to discuss. Offside was the call on Rondo. That goal will not count, and a big, disheartening call there if you're an East Leopard fan. There's the half. Ogden scores late, 1-0 at the break. Tigers. Second half underway. East with the possession. Ogden, big goal from Carlos Rodriguez, his 6th of the season. Coming in the 39th. That ball was played up for Barker. Cesares trying to be there and support. Oliveira winning it at midfield, a collision. And a foul here and a kick awarded to the Tigers. No, yes, to the Tigers. Hill is trying to play this up. Ball didn't get there. Sanchez. Myers trying to track it down and out off of Ogden. Ball centered from Hernandez to Rodriguez. Cazares has Clark ahead of him. That's where he goes with it. Clark to fire, and that ball over the top of the goal. Boy, great find by Cazares that time. Able to get it to Clark. And what looked to be a crowded defense by East. Ball tall, Holbert. Able to win it for East. And there's Ogden to take it away and play it out. Barker. Ball played out by Hernandez, or out off Hernandez. Again, up for Barker, far line. Trying to find the edge, and he couldn't keep it. Booth. A booming kick, Cardenas. We'll play it back right to Sanchez. Sanchez has been a force. He's owned the midfield today. This one deflected over. Cazares just wide of the net, left it shallow. Boy, can't forget about the far side. That time East did, it nearly bit him. Luis Cazares did not miss by much. Elders was there. May have been able to make the save. Regardless, challenge, and it's Holbert coming away with it. Holbert taking his time. And a foul there as Booth wondering what the call was. Barker plays to Cesares in the box. Cesares was looking for Hill. Off. Hill couldn't get it on frame. Ogden will throw in. Our scoreboard not functioning, so no time updates for you here in this second half. 1-0, Ogden with the lead. Sanchez playing the ball up and right over the head of Cazares. Beautiful ball. Morgan back. And a foul there, the flag up. And they rule the foul on Cazares, who's still down. Excuse me, couldn't see the linesman pointing the flag, so I got it wrong. Foul called on East. It'll be a kick for Ogden. Sanchez looking to take it. Cazares is able to walk off, being attended to. Think he'll be okay. He's been really good for Ogden here today. Sanchez. A low ball that Cazares able to clear out of the box. Rondo able to control it. You see this Ogden defense, their speed, able to close down so quickly. Oliveira back with Holbert. Good turn there. Holbert playing near far side to Garta. Myers marking him. Barker trying to dribble through and taken down there by Rodriguez. And a kick here for East. Cazares in the box, Oliveira, and couldn't settle it down before the ball was played out by Sanchez. Hill will throw in, back with Morgan. Clark was closing down on him. Hill plays up for Rondo. A little too far beyond him. Morgan heads it out. Dalvin throws in. And a dangerous kick there. Ball played back with Cardenas. Scoreboard back on. In the 48th minute here, Rondo. Boy, Clark came out and Rondo nearly able to head it over him. And just like that, an opportunity to counter for Jackson Clark. Cardenas back, misplayed it. Clark and Morgan able to recover. He'll play it out, allow the defense to reset for a corner. Sanchez will take the corner for Ogden. Looking backside, headed, and not in. Oliveira able to head it out. Morgan. Boy, I'm not sure who was on that back line. It was not Elders. Someone got a piece to keep that one out of the back of the net. That looked like a goal for Ogden. In the box again, looking for Clark. Morgan able to head it out. Jacobs. Garta. Space up the line. Myers tracking him down from behind. Plays it up for Cazares. And that ball just played out by Booth wisely. Rondo. Gets it out to Cazares. Boy, good defense here as Hernandez marking him tightly. Rondo. And a ball able to be played up from Sanchez. And again, looking up for Clark as Elders will let this roll back to him. Didn't get good contact on that. A tall ball. Morgan couldn't get a head on it squarely. Trying to turn the field. Garta able to head it away from Myers. Up the far line, Hernandez marked by Garta, trying to get around him, and boy, no whistle there. Garta may have gotten away with one. Garta marked by Hub. Holbert drops it with Jacobs. Ball too far beyond Barker as Ogden will settle it down. Boy, coming up that time, Williams able to win it away from Rondo. Rodriguez pushes outside. Myers, an opportunity to center. And Morgan stepping in front of Clark to get it out of the box. Well, good job that time by Dalbrum. Rondo was hoping he'd misplay that. Holbert. Good usage getting around the corner and a late foul here. Cardenas will take the kick for East. Ball gets in the box. Rondo. And Clark. As Rondo handed that out of Clark's hands, and he will be booked with the yellow here for the handball. So he's pleading his case. He'll have to come off. Yves Govina will come on for the Leopards. Oliveira quickly having to turn defensively. Markin Rodriguez and Oliveira able to come away with it. Holbert with Barker. Plays that ball up to Govina. Boy, and Govina thought that was going to be coming. Flag was up, Govina. Offside. Long kick. Hill was able to head it. Elders will roll it out with Cardenas. Oliveira drops it back with Morgan. Near side, Hill. And Morgan just misplayed that ball out. Kazar is back on. He receives the throw-in. Trying to do some work, plays it in. Clark to fire! Jackson Clark! We highlighted him in the open. Can't leave him unmarked. He makes East pay. It's 2-0 Ogden in the 55th. His 10th goal of the season. Jackson Clark extending the lead, 2-0 Ogden. East has played with fire defensively a couple times in this one. Clark has had a couple open looks, that time able to capitalize for the first time today. I mentioned the 10th time this season as he tries to move into being a top 5 scorer here in 4A. That will help. Rodriguez at midfield, taken down. And no call from the official, is still down. Is Rodriguez just getting up now? Cazares centering. Boy, good touch from Dalbrum. Ogden still with it here, and flag was up offside. Now we're live. Govina able to get that ball up to Barker. He's trying to get through Williams, but Williams stout defensively. Have Cazares near side. Instead they look up the middle with Ramirez. Help from Hub. Hernandez will drop to Booth. And that ball turned over. Rondo picked up the yellow earlier. Tried to play the ball ahead. No one there for East. As Booth trying to get this ball up. Morgan able to disrupt it. Was intended for Jackson Clark. Govina trying to track this down. Great job by Dalbrum. Using the leverage and drawing the contact and the foul. Booth, a long kick headed by Hill. Sanchez plays with Cazares, trying to work around Hill. Nice turn inside by Cazares, centering, and that one headed out by Garta. Holbert plays this up with Barker. Rondo trying to track this down as Booth will head it out. Rodriguez back on for East as Jacobs comes off. Garta's ball out. 60 minutes wrapping up here. Booth plays up. Clark was able to get ahead on it. No one down for Ogden. Cardenas couldn't connect with Rondo. Rodriguez and Munoz come on for Ogden as Myers as well as Sanchez come off. Dalbrum. Boy, great identification, able to get the ball to Ramirez. Rodriguez. Up to Cazares. Cazares in the box and collapsed down again on by East. It was Rodriguez and Govina. East having trouble getting this out of their defensive third. Stepping through, Rodriguez. He hits the turf. Rondo had to wait for that one. In the process, allowed Hernandez to recover, though Rondo still with the possession here. Far side, still marked by Hernandez. Far line. Hernandez not giving him much. Able to center this one, and there's Hunter Clark before Barker could get there. Been a beautiful game defensively for the Tigers. They have not allowed East to get many good looks. As a challenge here, won by Morgan. He'll get it back from Garta. Just the speed of Ogden. They've been able to close down on East time and time again as this ball played up. Rondo, will he be able to get there? No, it's too far beyond him. Ogden to throw in. Rodriguez playing the ball up. Cardenas. Rodriguez. Oliveira. Good ball movement here, and Barker couldn't control that one. Govina is going to be the recipient. Has it. Trying to center. Govina, boy, a good idea to try to play it through to Barker, but it was disrupted by the Tigers. As Hill comes up, and it's out off him. Clark, great touch. Trying to get it to Cazares. Now up. Clark couldn't get it back. Morgan able to recover. Govina settles it. Trying to play this up to Barker. And a good recovery by Dalbrum to play it out. Jiba and Cazares come in for East. As Holbert heads off, as does Oliveira. Barker. A foul here called on Rodriguez. Cardenas gets it back. Rodriguez, good touch around Rodriguez. Centered. Govina deflected it. Can't get the shot off. He'll try to track it down in the corner. Has Hill in support. Drops it to him. Rodriguez defending him. He wins that ball away as Johan has it deflected off of him. Thrown in. Cazares. Trying to get it up. Clark hit the turf. Cazares. That ball couldn't be kept in by Munoz. East awarded a kick on a handball.
Out of the air, White.
Will be Cardenas to take it from the far side of midfield. It's in the box. Jiba got a head on it. Barker will track it down. Clark came out. Barker and headed out by Dalbrum. Boy, a fortunate, great defensive play there as Govina was the intended target. Clark was out. They couldn't connect. Stepping up. Jiba has that one taken away from him. Williams. A solid effort there. As Garta will throw in here for the Leopards. Garta just went off, so it will be Carlson who just came on for him to throw in back with Cardenas. Trying to get that one through a bunch of Tigers. Couldn't do it. They keep trying. I think it was Booth. Either he or Williams was able to get out that last time. Ramirez at midfield. Time and space. Plays outside with Munoz. Munoz to center, looking to Cazares. It's headed up, still loose as Booth came out. Govina trying to get this up the line. He does so, but right to Dalbrum. Back in the box. And Clark misfired there, wide. Thrown in. Back with Hernandez. Munoz trying to center. Booth played that out. Carlson will throw in. Cazares trying to find some lane. And Ogden will play that out again. Rodriguez, good touch, back to Carlson. And Carlson couldn't keep it in play. Kick coming up here for Ogden. Myers and Sanchez both on for Ogden, as Hub and Clark come off. Hill trying to play one up for Jiba. Headed immediately by Booth. Trying to track this down. Great job by Hernandez. No, couldn't get there. Holbert and Oliveira both back on for East as Jiba and Rodriguez come off. That ball played out by Munoz. Carlson pushed off the ball. A kick here for East. Carlson to take this kick. In the 70th. Ball's in the box. Hernandez able to kick it out immediately. Carlson will retreat, send it back with Elders. Booth is able to get a head on it. Oliveira back with Hill. Myers, challenge in the air, gets through to Morgan. Cazares. Carlson couldn't keep possession as Booth able to win the ball. Harrison, and you see Cazares close down on him. Thrown in with Govina. And a challenge there, no whistle, as Sanchez, fancy footwork here, able to get past Govina. Myers settles, tried to play it up, a good idea. And now they will get it up. With Sanchez in the corner to center, and that ball behind the goal. Elders kick. Headed out. Myers trying to settle the throw in. Morgan marking him. And no call from the official as Dalbrum looked like he may have gotten pushed down. Ogden wondering where the whistle was there. Oliveira looking outside with Carlson. Tried to center it back to Cazares. In the process, Ogden winning the possession. Looking up the field. Cazares to track this down, has it. Harrison marking him, headed backside, and Cardenas able to head it away from the goal. Cazares up to Holbert. Has Govina. That's where he goes with it near side. Rondo trying to stay on up ahead. Govina trying to take on Ogden and couldn't find some space. Harrison turning the field now, looking to Cardenas.
Finish, White! Finish!
Back with Carlson. Oliveira, some space. Holbert touches outside. Cazares couldn't keep it in, and Ogden will throw in. Hub on for Ogden as Rodriguez comes off. Rodriguez had the first Ogden goal. Right now it's the game winner if this score holds. Rondo trying to get it in the box as the rain now starting to come down. First time. Hill pushing with Harrison. Up to Holbert. He tried to touch it through him, and no one there as it rolls back to Hunter Clark. He'll delay and now pick it up as Christensen trying to put some pressure on him. A long ball sized up and stepping up into it. is Sanchez. Sanchez to fire, and there's the third goal of the game. Gabriel Sanchez. Gabriel Sanchez in the 74th. 3-0 Tigers out in front. Third goal of the season for Sanchez. And it's 3-0 as Christensen trying to play a ball up here. Clark will pick it up. Eli Booth had to come off. He's getting some cramps. So Malone Peterson, the sophomore, comes on. Booth has been great on that back line as here's Peterson coming up in support. Has it, pushes to Cazares. He's looking to get it back to him. Morgan there to break things up for East. Christensen. Challenged, and it's Ogden coming away with it. And that ball couldn't be controlled by Ramirez. Would have had a golden opportunity. It's Carlson playing up ahead. A lot of subs on for East here. Jiba in the box, working against Dalbrum. That ball out in a corner coming up for the Leopards. Carlson will take this corner for the Leopards in the box. Morgan got a head on it. Still loose. Hill, and that just wide of the net. Booth comes back on for the Tigers as Peterson comes off. As we wrap up the 78th minute, 3-0 Tigers.
Stay connected, White.
Outside. Olivas trying to play ball up to Christensen. It gets over the head. Christensen was able to chip it over, but a penalty kick here awarded as coming out was Clark, and going to call a foul here. PK opportunity for the Leopards. Morgan will take the penalty kick. And Morgan shot it wide. Shot it tough. Let me recall that. Vince, I'm going to recall that. And Morgan shoots it over the goal. It's been that kind of game for the Leopards. It remains 3-0. Long kick by Booth. Looking up for Clark. Olivas up with Carlson. And East plays that ball out. Ball thrown in to Cazares. And it's Carlson coming away with it for East. Ball played back. It'll roll out for a kick coming up for the Leopards. Searstons couldn't get it. Saved by Elders on the shot from Myers. Well, that went from casual to deadly just like that. Nearly 4-0. Big save there by Trevor Elders, the sophomore. As Janke has that ball taken away. Dalbrum will drop this back with Sanchez. And now back to Booth. His pass deflected. Ogden still able to have the possession here. Is that ball over the top, and Harrison will let that roll back to Elders. That time, Sanchez hit the turf. Thrown in. There's Sanchez again trying to win the ball and pulls Harrison down. A kick here for East. Sanchez was carted on the play. Christensen service in the box, and no Leopard there. Booth. That kick headed over, and Ramirez Got it on frame to Elders, but it won't matter. There's the final whistle. The Ogden Tigers dominated possession for the majority of this game. They end up winning 3-0, defeating East. Again, our final score here from the Ogden Community Sports Complex, the Ogden Tigers 3-0 victors over the East Leopards. We talked about the top two teams here in Region 5. East had beaten Ogden earlier this season. It was the point differential coming into this one, and you had to wonder, would Ogden get their revenge? Early on in that first half, Ogden had opportunities galore, a couple real prime opportunities on net against Trevor Elders and this East defense. They were up to the task for the majority of that first half. In the 39th minute, Booth would play this ball up ahead to Rodriguez, and Carlos Rodriguez gets the first goal of the ball game. It's 1-0 in the 39th minute. Just a minute later, late in the half, an opportunity potentially here for East. It's Rondo. Looks like a good goal. Ruled offside. It remains 1-0 at the break. The second half we go, and Jackson Clark, he is a top scorer in 4A, top 10 scorer in 4A. How about this one? Finishing off in the box. Clark in the 55th makes it 2-0. And then in the 74th minute, Gabriel Sanchez able to find the back of that. 3-0 Ogden. And this game, the Ogden Tigers starting to run away with it. Late in the second half, we would get a penalty call in the box, a penalty kick situation. Morgan stepping up from 12 yards, shoots it too tall over the goal. It was that kind of game for the East Leopards. We talked about coming into this one. They were in first place. Their lone loss to Box Elder. They defeated Ogden 4-3 earlier this season. The Ogden Tigers came out and they made a statement here today. They were healthy. East was healthy. The Ogden Tigers, boy, they really dominated possession. They controlled the mid-third of the field. And, you know, you talk about a kid like Sanchez, had that third goal. He was dynamic in the midfield today for the Ogden Tigers. Clark was sharp. Rodriguez was a force. He brought an attitude today and proved to be very, very fruitful for the Ogden Tigers. 3-0, the victors over the East Leopards. And now it's time to announce our man of the match. We're going to give it to Gabriel Sanchez. We talked about his dominating play in the mid-third. He was fantastic. A goal as well today. Gabriel Sanchez, our man of the match. Congratulations to him and the Ogden Tigers. A big 3-0 victory here today over the East Leopards. We want to thank you for joining us on this edition of High School Rewind. For Bill Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. It's been a privilege to bring this to you. We look forward to seeing you next time here on High School Rewind.